There you go. That's what I want. How do I hear myself on my speaker? Let me turn this Bluetooth off here. Alright. Just sit and watch that and I'll figure out my life over here. How about that? You hear me now on the speaker? Y'all hear me? What the hell? No barking. No barking. Hey. Shut up. No barking. Come on. Get lay down. Come sit down. Alright. Well, I was trying to get you guys to be able to hear my music, but I can't. I can't. I can't figure it out. Oh. This is Stinky's. Oh. Good morning, everybody. This is what we're doing today. This is it. Go get your coffee. Go get your iced tea. Go get your Diet Coke. Even if it's dinner time, that gets you up and going in the morning. No judgment over here. Still not fucking asshole. No judgment at all. Still not fucking asshole. That's all I ask. I'm the only one in this life that is allowed to act like an asshole, you guys. You guys have to behave yourself. I'm joking. Joking. What's this? Oh, this is Stinky's too. I need a stinky pile. Here's Dutch jeans. Here are all of these. towels down here because there's not too many towels. Yes, I'm finishing laundry from last night. They got finished. So I'm sit here and finish my laundry, drink my coffee, and wake up with everybody, right? Good morning. Hi, Tuchal. Good morning. This is what we're doing over here, baby. We watch the sunrise through the trailer park. Listening to some music this morning. The dog's about to start barking. No barking. Puppy. No barking. Maybe that's not the volume button. What's that button? Oh, that was pause. That's like. I don't know. Not that ad. I'm doing laundry. No. You're not sitting up here. Mommy's got to do laundry. Mommy's got to do laundry now. All right, what is going on with all these ads? I'm sorry, please hold. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back. Get a child within my heart, rise above. Can I sail through the changes ocean? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Puppy, no. Going in the house, no. 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 No barking. No. All right, let's go. In the house. Go on. Go in the house. Good morning, football mommy, honey. How are you? Oh, crazy cookies. Good morning, honey. Did I say Ashley? Hi, Ashley. Good morning, honey. Oh, could you guys hear my music? Or do you just hear me singing it? Oh, you could hear my music. Good. I was worried because my phone where you guys are watching is far away and my speaker I can't figure out how to get turned up, so I wasn't sure if you guys could hear my music or not. Oh, what's my phone button? I thought you guys could hear my music. Oh. Because it's really soft. It's like really soft. Another lonely day. Good morning, Shucky Ducky. That is, could I just say that's a cute name? And I promise you, looks so beautiful outside. I hope you're not a troll. I hope you're not somebody that, but I really like that name. That's a cute name. Please identify yourself. I'm joking. Yeah, it's a little cool out now. That sun's starting to peek out, so I'm starting to feel the heat from it. I'm a nobody and I'm on PTO this week, so you will see me around a lot. Okay. Make sure you enjoy your little pay time off. PTO. You fancy like PTO over there. I see you. You have ducks for pets. You know what, Crazy Cookie? I think I knew that for some reason. I do. I think I know that for some reason. Maybe not. Sounds familiar. Alright, what is this? This is Papa Demands. This is Papa Demands. I wonder if he's got to work this morning. It's probably the last day. Right? You guys listen to the music. Let me go see Papa Demands got to work this morning. I did, honey. I had to see if popular demand had to work this morning. Sorry, but I'm back. Good morning. No, I know who you are, honey. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, absolutely. I know who you are. Yeah. Yeah, I just had to see if Papa Demand was working this morning or not. Let's put some laundry over, but this is what we're doing. We just sit here waking up watching the sunrise, y'all. Drinking our coffee. I'm about to water these fucking flowers. That's what I'm doing right now. Watering the flowers, because and get rid of this trash bag from last night. Let's see if we can't bring these flowers back to life. Things. Go on vacation. Come back to unalive flowers. Poor things. I was going to do it yesterday. I totally forgot. Why is that now? Just come on, plants. Stop being crazy. There it is. There's that sun, guys. Oh, this one's coming back. I'll give that one water. Past 2 days. This one is beautiful here. You don't love me now. You will never love me. That needs to go into a bigger pot. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I'm sitting out here engaging in the fuckery. Maybe I'll repot my plants. Okay. The watermelon making it. Hey, Napa Valley. Oh my God, is my sun gone? I can't see it no more. I think Megan's trying to make us see the light. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, you want to see that watermelon? This right here is the watermelon. The watermelon made it. Where's that sun at? Oh, there it is. Behind the... Good morning! Rise and shine, sweeties. Where's it at? There it is. All right, yeah, there's the that's the watermelon. It's starting to wilt a little bit, but I just gave it some. Ooh, maybe I should give it some more water because I was gone for a whole week, and Papa Jaman didn't do a good job with my flowers, but that's okay. I can't complain. I'm not complaining. I gotta go get some more flowers, some more water. There. Where is it at? There it is. How about that? That's not blighted, y'all, right? Let me go get some more water for that watermelon plant. That was a good water. Oh. I know. Maybe that's what we'll do today, you guys. Maybe we'll put together Stinky's flower bin that she's had since Easter. Such a horrible, horrible mother. And we'll replant it in there and see what happens. Hi, honey's. Good morning, Mackenzie. Good morning, your Junkies girl. I can't believe those accounts are still going around. That's hilarious. Style, smiling, and vibe. You're nailing the live stream. Aw, thanks, baby. Please don't spam by chat. Hi, Annie. Close my eyes. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Ooh, girl, tell me your lies. All right, you're done. Oh, I can't block you on this account. Hold on, I gotta block her. And I have to mod
I was telling
my
her to
other
stop.
account. Hold on 1 second, baby. Let me. Oh, wait, we need to give me full access. Manage guest. Pin perks. Okay, there you go. We gotta find that sun again. There it be. There it is.
There's that light again.
Not too bad.
Oh, you missed it while you were getting water and stuff like that. It was blinding.
Was it?
I was like, damn, did she leave us here all night last night? Woke up to blindness, like, oh.
Good
We're
morning
at
here for
Camp Megan, so that's where we were at.
right, Camp Megan. I'm here too, babe, if needed. Oh, you are? Okay. We're just sitting here watching the sunset, listening to some Fleetwood Mac, waking up, drinking some coffee, hanging out. That's all we're doing over here. Oh, honey, I hope Daddy's okay. There'll be a recap in a little bit. I want to wake up in peace for a little bit and enjoy my coffee. You guys know how I do it.
Oh, shit. Oh. Are you off today? She walked away, didn't she? Don't feel bad for the dog. I went to bed at midnight too. Don't feel bad. I couldn't either. I think I was asleep half of the time of the live. All I could do is hear bits and pieces.
I forgot my coffee.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have the phone first.
Good morning, honeys.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone, come back! My boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life!
No, put the phone back.
So check Allstate first for a quote that can save you hundreds.
What's the loss of the phone? on. What's in your wallet? Good morning, everybody. Oh, here it is, getting ready to get bright, y'all. I feel it. He did zoomed in too much. I don't think that's a very good view. Oh yeah, maybe we should move you guys over here. Sheesh. Here, let's lay down. Let's put our feet up and watch like this. There, how about that?
Let me go get my suntan lotion. Hold on.
We sunbathing, y'all. There we go. Let's pull it down a little bit. Oh, here for it. You might have to come back up, baby. There you
Oh,
are.
that is beautiful right there.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Okay, well, yesterday we started down a path, me and you, and then all hell broke loose, and then I missed the whole thing because I had to take my dad to the hospital. So I need a recap, if you don't mind, on what we accomplished yesterday.
We accomplished
Because I
absolutely
missed it all.
nothing.
Did you get to the story of Stephanie and the husband and the tape? So all of that drama, and we didn't even get what we originally wanted. Oh my gosh.
Which I'm really surprised because normally I get answers, right? We solve the problem normally. So with me not being able to get what I was looking for yesterday kind of tells me that it really didn't ever happen.
Yeah. It most possibly could have.
Everything went to the south.
I mean, literally, that was what we were like literally tracking towards, and then all of a sudden, people started jumping in boxes, and everything went totally different direction. I'm like, what the hell? That is not what we went after for.
I know, I was all ready for it too.
Well, and of course, then I kept on like I'm sitting in the ER, you know, like, and I'm like, you know, popping on. I can see you're on, but because you know we use really colorful language, I could not have it on, you know, sitting in the ER, and I'm like, oh gosh, I cannot hear this. But I was like, well, Dad, gum, stuff has happened, but I don't know what happened.
Well, Trixie went to Walmart last night.
Oh, finally at night. Well, that's funny. It took you about 10 hours to get there.
I know, right? It took me all fucking day to figure out how to get Trixie to Walmart.
Oh my gosh.
But that was a fun time.
But you were on late last night, and I was so tired, and I was shocked. I was like, what the hell are they doing still on? And I was like, but I didn't know what y'all were talking about. So I finally fell asleep. I was like, screw that. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, during the late night, Whitty started her shenanigans.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Florida Man came over and called the station to see if there was a warrant out for him.
Wait, what? Are you kidding? Does he?
Yeah, girl, he came over and he called yesterday on my live.
But does he? The question is, does he have a warrant?
We have not determined that yet. So he called Alabama, and they said that they can't release anything over the phone, that if he wants to know, that he would have to go to the station and find out. And then he I know. And then he called Indiana, and Indiana, the guy he talked to, said that he would forward the message on to another officer, and another officer would call him back when he has time.
I'll tell you what, there is a he's probably not on listening, but you can go to the whatever state court. There's an online website. It's required in every state now, and like Texas has one. It's called Department. It's called Texas Department Corrections something. Anyways,
yeah,
it's whatever your first initial is, CSN. And anyways, you can then put in it'll take you to the court records, and it'll take you to every court case in that county or district. And it, like, even if you were married in like 1990, it'll show you your marriage, you know, like it being you going to court, like, because it shows up as a court case, believe it or not. everything under your name. It'll pull it up and show you. And if there is a bench warrant out for your arrest, it will show right there, bench warrant, blah blah blah, for whatever his real name is.
Yeah, so I think he's looking into finding out if there is or not. So hopefully he'll figure out something today. Only time will tell. But he did say that he was gonna have to step away for a couple days. He's got some real life situations he's got to handle, so we'll see. But somebody was in my live last night because we watched Queefy's live from yesterday morning about her talking about it, and somebody came in my live. I forget who it was, but I think she said it was her brother-in-law was doing some research on Florida Man, and he didn't find any active warrants. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would know and he wouldn't.
Is that the one from Kentucky?
I'm really not sure, hon. I'm turning my music off just because you guys are connected to my Bluetooth too. I don't want to echo it anymore. I know you guys hear
How
that.
bizarre is that? And so, supposedly, what does he have a warrant out for? Did they say that?
No, so from my understanding, Queefy is not releasing the charges that she pressed on him. Which, bullshit. Bullshit.
She charged him for being Florida Man.
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't agree with what Florida Man does. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, he says some funny things. He gets people stirred up, and sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's a bit far. I mean,
Right.
I sometimes wish he would stop short of some of the things he does, because I mean, I get it. You know, when you're mad, you want vindication, or you just want to give people stripe, and I get it. But to a certain level, you've got to learn, you know, some boundaries. And I realize he doesn't have a lot of boundaries, and so I wish he would stop short of some of the things he does. And that's just my opinion. No, not Megan's or anybody else's, but it's just mine. But then sometimes I'm like, you know what? You guys have it coming. I mean, you guys kind of started some of this, and I think he's giving you better than you gave, and that's what you're mad about. And I'm not even for sure what all how it started between Queen E and him, but he has an axe to grind with her for sure. But I don't know the backstory. So I mean, if I knew what started it, I would say, yeah, I'd be doing the same thing, or no, this is ridiculous. I don't know.
I'm not sure exactly what started it either. I think just them talking shit back and forth to each other, kind of, and it got out of control from my understanding. I could be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's the whole thing is wild. I mean, just, but yeah, I mean, if I heard someone say yesterday that she came after his kids, but I've never heard that. So I was like, you know, I didn't even know he had kids actually. So,
well, that's funny that you say that, because I didn't know he had kids until Queefy started talking about it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I try to just listen and not really make a ton of comments because I don't have all the facts. It's really hard to like have an opinion unless you heard it all from the beginning.
Right.
And for me, I really could care less about that. I'm like, that's y'all need to figure that out. But for me, I'm like, I want to know the whole Shannon situation, because I honestly like she could have ruined your life in the moment that in what she has done to you. I mean, had they shown up here and you had a cranky worker, or she actually believed the whatever was said about you,
right,
things could have been much different. And even if you didn't lose your kids, they still just being in their system makes your life a living hell. And it shows up as a, hey, you've been looked at. So if it ever happens again, they'll look at you even harder. And so
Right.
it will cause problems for the rest of your life potentially. So I don't know. I hope she gets hers in the end because she's not a good person.
Nope, she's not. And she's showed her true colors on this app, and people see her for who she really is.
Yeah, it totally. All of this has completely backfired on her, and you didn't do a darn thing. She did it all herself. There for a little bit, I actually when Pastor Petty and Queenie and all them accepted, I thought, you got to be kidding me. She's gonna come out on top here, and everything she's done to you. I was pissed.
Yeah.
But then it quickly evaporated.
Really fast. The boss, all the stuff Florida Man does, I can't understand why he doesn't know you cannot get a warrant out. He knows that, right? He doesn't believe there is a warrant, right? He's trying, from my understanding, he's trying to prove to everybody what a fucking full of piece of shit Queefy is, right? Like, we all know you can't just pull up to the courthouse and turn in documents of somebody calling your sister, right? Or showing a picture of your house, and that's a crime. And get a warrant out. And not only that, but the judge filled it out for her and helped her do that paperwork. Like, her story don't make no sense, and we all know she's full of shit, right? Like, it's...
Well, I've never heard him actually say the address. I don't think it's illegal to show a picture. I think he's pretty smart in that he may stop short of actually, and I could be wrong because I don't listen to everything he says, but
Right.
everything I've seen, I've not seen anything that actually, I don't know, would actually allow a charge. Now he may have, and perhaps he should be, but I don't know. Has he actually given out the actual address and that kind of stuff? I've not heard that if he has.
I'm not for sure. I don't believe so, but like you said, I don't watch every move that he makes, so I don't know if he has said it on this app. But I don't think so, no.
Yeah. I think it would require him to actually dox.
Yeah.
And then, I am sure the police are so sick of TikTok. With everybody calling on everybody over TikTok drama. I mean, it has just caused an entire new set of problems in the world.
Really, it has.
I mean, it really has.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know why people care. I mean, I'd give anybody my address. I mean, if they feel froggy enough, they think that it's going to be their day. I mean, come on.
Right.
My guess is by the end of it, you'll have a black eye, and we may have a chicken fried steak together. Because I don't. All the hatred I don't get. To me, here's the sad thing. This app could be used for so much good.
Yeah, it really could.
It's the complete opposites. Friendships end really quickly here because people aren't their genuine selves. And everybody seems like thrives on anger and not positive. I think I was thinking yesterday, I was like, all this happening in Texas here, and the world is still consumed with, evil. And so
Right.
You'd think they'd be consumed with, hey, what can we do? When this app started, it was used for a lot of good things. People got the words out on, crimes and looking for people, and
Yeah.
now it's not.
Ever since COVID happened, that's when everything went to.
Well, TikTok started about the time COVID happened. So, and I didn't even get this app until about, I don't know, probably like 14 months ago. I was like, I am not getting that app, and I still like I can't even like I would subscribe to Megan, but I won't subscribe because I'm not giving TikTok my ID or my bank stuff information that that it requires to download money. Everything I get or gifts I get, I just recycle because I'm not giving them that information. I don't trust it. I
I
don't.
never had to do that. I mean, I'm a big
If you
supporter, but I
if
never
you
really
if
did
you're
it.
gonna like buy a subscription, you have to like be able to buy that so that you have to download your PayPal or whatever it is. I'm not giving them that. Nope, not doing it.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, you have to do that in order, yeah, to do to do the gifts and stuff like that. But see, what I did was I got another like a different account, which is not linked to a real account. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you guys didn't have to verify your identification to get into boxes then?
No.
No, you only have to identify it if you're going to host a live.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I don't
Okay.
host, so I don't really. It really doesn't concern my part because I don't do lives, and when I do lives, half the people don't even think it's me to begin with.
Yeah. You are. There you are.
Girl, yourself. Showing all the houses in the neighborhood.
Look, I don't care.
I know you
I
don't. That's what I think is so funny about other people being so triggered about it. Oh, they showed those outside of my house. I'm
I
like,
know.
and
Chicken fry steak. Yeah, I don't care. Like, what are these people gonna do? They're gonna come knock on my fucking door and then what?
that's why I said you're gonna leave with a black eye and I'm gonna feed you chicken fried steak afterwards. I mean, come
Right.
on.
Bring me a pizza when you guys show up.
Yeah, exactly. Can you bring me a frozen margarita?
We thirsty in the trailer park, y'all. Mashed potatoes. Poor Jessie, she's down there thinking about that chicken fried steak. She wants mashed potatoes and corn with it.
Yeah, I can do that. I got corn growing in the field right now. Let's just go pick one.
Oh, Megan, ask her if she knows how to do that peeling of the corn that lady told us how to do.
Here for it. Do you know the peeling of the corn?
I'm afraid. Is this something sexual? Because I don't want to. No.
No, man,
No,
no,
it's
man.
not.
Okay.
This is something legit. So I had corn on the cob last night, so we were talking about it, and I forget who. I think it was Little Chunk that was saying it. I forget who was in my box and was talking about it. But if you, it was Little Chunk. So you know how you like take the corn and you peel it,
Yeah.
right? So if you take the corn and you cut the end off,
Yeah.
right, all the way up to the corn, and then you grab it by the other end and just pull the corn out. It's better that way.
Yeah.
Cut the
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah. I
The
did
end
know
of the
that.
corn, where the stick is, at the end of the corn, you cut that.
Yeah, I did know that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Does it work?
Oh,
It
shit.
does work. Yeah. So you don't get all the. You know how you get strings real bad.
Yeah.
And when you do it from the top of the husk down, it doesn't. It kind of removes the strings better. It slides out really easy. And you don't. I don't cut it. I actually just break mine off. I can actually just break it and then pull. But yeah, it does. And it actually, if you break it off, it'll just fall away. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I didn't
Yeah.
know when she said cut it. I was like, well, I used to break it at the end.
Yeah, I just break it and it falls off. So
Why
yeah,
have I been eating corn my whole life? And I live in a
Well,
state where
but
corn is
a lot
known
of people,
for.
a lot of people actually cook their corn like in the husk, like if you put it over fire or
Right.
put it in a smoker, like so people, a lot of them, and even if a lot of people, if you even put it in the microwave and cook it, it's crazy. You can cook corn on the cob in the microwave in the husk, but you can.
Yeah, because it holds all the moisture.
Yeah, yeah. I just I open the tops of mine and run tap water over the top of it. It kind of fills the corn with some water in there, and then it almost like steams it in the microwave. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, because what I
Right.
do is I soak the corn for a little bit, about maybe 30 minutes or so, and then I wrap them in some like a dish towel or
Yeah,
something, and I put it in the microwave. But I don't take the peels off, like the shuck.
yeah. It's gonna be a good year for corn, y'all. We're gonna be getting corn 10 per dollar this year, I think.
I just paid 50 cents a piece for it.
Well, I know, but it's been a pretty wet season this year, which ought to bring
Yeah.
some good corn crop.
Well, I hope so. I could throw down on some 10-cent corn.
Yeah. You remember those days where you could go to the store and get corn for 10 cents?
Yes, girl. Yes.
Yeah. Cherries are like I keep on telling my husband, I was like, I want to put in all cherry trees. Cherry trees $4.99 a pound. I
Oh.
mean, come on. That is just ridiculous.
She's sending me corn.
I remember driving down the back roads and just running out of the car and going across the field and getting the corn.
You stay at our fields, I'll be shooting you. Oh,
I used
sorry.
to do that too when I was younger, y'all.
I'm telling you what, it's
I was hungry.
I know. I know. It happens all the
Everybody's
time.
throwing
Trust me.
corn.
If it ain't the deer, it ain't the rabbits, it's people.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll give you an IOU note on the corn.
It's corn. It's corn. A big lump of corn.
Do you do a garden or anything, Megan?
Wait, do what, honey?
Do y'all put it in a garden or anything? Like a little house garden?
Not for fruits and vegetables, no.
Really?
Yeah.
We
I
should
do.
be.
We do have a little watermelon plant up here.
Is
I
that
mean,
from
we
spitting the seeds out?
no. We actually bought her a little like starting kit. But we did potatoes one year, and we did tomatoes one year, but we put it in a flower bed.
Yeah.
And like wrap it with the wiring and stuff like that, and we just something small, nothing big, because we have a lot of wild animals out here, so we
Yeah.
can't put it like in the ground.
Yeah, the deer. It's fun. The reason I asked is, everybody like goes to great lengths to like actually put a garden in, and a couple of years ago, I'm a huge gardener. Like I have plants, flowers everywhere, but on top of that, like I, actually put in a garden for ourselves, and of course, we are part-time farmers,
Right.
and have cattle, both animals and crop, and so but I love to plant, like just around the house as well, and I always put a garden in. Well, a couple years back, I put some like I had so many baby crops that I went ahead and put some into my flower beds, and I am telling you, because I manage my flower beds so well, my plants and my flower beds just have taken off. Well, you know what? They are actually beautiful. And so this year I have tomatoes and I have pumpkin and all these things that are
Oh,
just strong.
nice.
And you know what? Because they flower and everything else, they are just as pretty to kind of intermingle with your plants. So like put tomatoes up there, up next
Yeah.
to and they just kind of blend in with whatever you go on. I'm like I have strawberry plants in my flower beds that are just absolutely beautiful, because they get those beautiful white flowers on them,
Right. They bloom. Right.
but they love it because it's I make sure it's got enough nutrition in the soil. And I'm telling you, think about that, and then you'll have kind of like your flowers and crops where you can eat right out of
Right.
enough,
Right.
strawberries. And up where you live, you should have a good season, for some vegetables up there.
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, we do.
And leave your jack-o'-lanterns out they will they'll rot, but they will put off new jack-o'-lanterns the next year.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like we always like throw our jack-o'-lanterns like kind of like in a sunny, partially sunny spot off to the side of the house
Yeah.
in a kind of an abandoned flower. But every year I have my own jack-o'-lanterns grow, and they just repopulate each other each year. Same thing with tomatoes. If you leave a fair amount of tomatoes on your vines,
Yeah.
and when they die out in the year, they'll drop those tomatoes and they'll replant themselves for the next year. You'll have
Maybe I'll try that this year with
Megan, go start a pumpkin.
yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. Now don't do your pumpkins near your house because squash bugs are horrible, and the squash bug also eats the pumpkin, and they will eat everything in sight. And you kind of have to move them. So like this year plant them in one spot, next year plant them in a different spot, throw them in a different spot because they know to go back to that spot. And once they find the plant, they'll kill it out quickly. So you kind of like have to move it around, so they have to find for it.
I'm gonna plant it in the middle of my front yard.
Okay, that'd be as long as you don't hit it with a mower every day.
Popular demand.
Run it over.
But you run my plants over.
The other thing is you hang your leaves. I'll tell you one thing I never did until 5 years ago. I have an archway in the middle of my backyard that I used to have sweet pea plant grow on, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Well, 5 years ago, I planted gourds there and then ran the leaves up on top of it. You will end up with hanging gourds in the middle of your archway if you find a structure for them to crawl on. It is so cool, Megan.
I have been wanting an archway for a very long time. I
So
want an archway so bad, and I want vines on my archway. Yes.
So easy to do. All you got to do is, like give it 4 posts, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and then find a bendable metal that is like a panel, like pig panels or something like that, that actually can bend in an arch, and like a 12-foot panel, and run it up and back down. It'll be kind of not super tall, but it'll give you a beautiful arch that you can walk through as long as you're not super tall. I don't like you're tall.
Yeah.
And so it is such a cool effect to have flowers and plants growing all over it. And it gives all the shade and everything underneath it. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful when you do it that way.
Aww.
I did mine originally because we were going to have a wedding here. And I started putting in art. I just thought it'd be cool to have like an archway at the front and everything like that. And so, then we ended up not having the wedding here. It cost me $10,000 for a freaking wedding venue. I'm telling you, you have all girls. Just wait till you start paying for weddings, girl.
Oh.
I'm telling you, it is so expensive.
I
It
know.
has gotten ridiculous. A wedding venue now is between like $10,000 and $15,000. That is just for the site. That comes with nothing. No tables, chairs, nothing.
That's
Then
craziness.
It is. I can't. I keep on telling my husband, I'm like, I'm gonna turn this place into a wedding venue.
I'll be like, no, we're going to Disneyland.
Well, it's big business now. Someone in Muffin Man's live, and I don't know the girl's name, but she is a wedding, she does
Oh,
the
yeah. Is it Sherry Amore or something like that?
I think it is.
She does the wedding. She's a wedding coordinator, or wedding decorator, or something like that, right?
She decorates the weddings.
Oh, yeah, here she is. Yeah, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
every time she's like, "Well, I'm at this site," and I'm always like, "I want to see the end result when you get done," because I love. I mean, I could do that for a living. I love that.
Does she have any posts on her video? Does she have any posts on her video?
I don't know. I had to go to her. She has said a couple times, if I have time at the end, I'll come on live and show y'all. But I've yet to see one. But I'm always like, oh, I'm so excited. How fun would that be? It'd be fun to be a part of people's best days of their lives, you know?
Oh yeah, she does post them.
Okay, where is she? I'm looking for her. Your backdrop, I can't see the comments. Get under a tree. Okay, there you go.
She's still making her see the light.
It's me. Okay, I'm gonna friend you, follow you, so I can go on later and look at your stuff.
Who is she again?
There she is, right here, guys.
I want to see.
Hi guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. I try to post as much as I can. Um, like with the photos that I get from the photographers or, things that we do while we're there. Sometimes it's hard to like go live because by the time that happens, by the time I get done setting up, I'm tired.
Right.
So, are
Um,
you a florist, or what do you do exactly?
so when I so I've been doing flowers since 1992. I was like 20 years old when I started. I've had my wedding business for 12 years, and I started out just to get my foot in the door. We did full service linen, so we did tablecloths, backdrops, chair covers. I did rentals as far as like silk flowers and stuff like that. And I was a planner coordinator. The first things that I dropped was the planning, coordinating, and the linens because I wanted it to be more floral. So, yeah, I mean, we do over 100 weddings a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Dang, you put me to shame. All I did for weddings was work at Bed Bath and Beyond and got them registries.
Do you do you do mostly fresh flowers or
yeah.
you?
Now I do almost 100% fresh flowers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
So,
mean, I
So
don't
where
like.
do you get your flowers from?
so up here, like, well, I'm in Cleveland, so um,
Go
we have
Cleveland.
like we have like four wholesalers here.
Okay.
And they're shipped from like Miami, which they come from, the majority of our flowers either come from the Dutch market or from Ecuador.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's why they come into like certain flowers come into like I think it's Houston, Miami, some come in from California.
That's kind of
And
cool.
yeah, and then
Okay,
then
what's
we
the trick? Because
yeah.
I did my daughter's wedding. I did the flowers for my daughter's wedding because I love to do flower arrangements.
Yeah.
And what is the trick to keeping hydrangeas from? Because obviously they're so delicate compared to the rest of them. You can put a rose in, it'll stay for hours, fine. But hydrangeas will wilt overnight if you do them overnight. So if they're not in a super cold environment, how do you keep your hydrangeas from wilting? Is there a trick?
So what we do when we bring them in, we cut them on a very sharp angle.
Mm,
Um, Sometimes I will take the clippers and cut straight up at the bottom of that slant. Um, Hydrangeas drink from the little nodules that are on the stem. I wish I had one. I could show you guys better. Um, I always take all the leaves off because the leaves will make them wilt.
Yeah. Yeah, need more water, yeah.
Yes, because they drink from the leaves as well.
Right.
We also will fill up a huge tub full of like cold water and plant food and dunk them upside down.
Oh, really?
That
Huh.
is that is my trick. And then we put them in a chemical, like you just kind of, we have like a tiny bucket, and you put the bottom of the stem down in it, and it's called a quick dip, and it's for hydration and like, flowers that need a lot of it. Um, I am like known as the hydrangea queen.
I love it. I love
Um,
hydrangeas.
yeah, like I have like a huge hydrangea wedding at
I
the
need
end of
a
the
picture of
month.
this flower.
What?
I need a picture of this flower. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I need to fly in and help you with that. I got to see how this works.
Yeah, it's, people think that I have like this glamorous job.
Oh, it's so
Uh,
much work. Oh, it is
it's
so
so
much
much
work.
work. It's very labor intensive. Most of the time I look homeless. Um, and sometimes I can clock, anywhere from 60 to 90 hours a week. And that's just doing weddings. Like I couldn't imagine being open to the public and doing like, you know, everyday flowers, funerals, flower holidays. Like I would lose my mind.
Yeah. I mean, so, but are your weekends, I mean, are your weddings mostly on the weekends? Or do
Yeah.
you, okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you were saying you were putting 60 to 80 hours in, it's all that whole weekend.
It's not the weekend, it's leading up to it because normally we'll pick up our flowers on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on like how labor intensive things are and how many weddings we have. And then it's just, you just start knocking them out. Um,
Wow.
the, the hours that I clock are with, the processing, babysitting, and designing of them.
Wow.
I mean, I even have a camera where I can look in to like my cooler or to like the tables that sometimes we leave the flowers out overnight just to talk to them. Like I'll wake up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like yelling in the cooler, hello ladies, everybody alive? Because you get paranoid, especially, the hydrangeas, like, it all depends on um how fresh they are. They could be cut and you don't get them until like, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks later.
I'm curious because the vases are really expensive themselves. Are
Yeah.
you, when you're doing a because I did, the flowers myself for my daughter's wedding, obviously I bought all the stuff and then I was able to keep all the stuff. Do they get to keep the entire arrangement, including all the vases and everything?
No.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
so you collect those at the end. Okay, I
Yeah.
was just curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
We do we provide a lot of the rentals as far as like the vases, the stands, all the candles. Um, like I have on my website, I have like a complete inventory that they can choose from.
I'm so
So
jealous. When you say you're homeless, you don't mean actual homeless, are
no,
you?
I look like I'm
Oh,
homeless. My
oh,
hair
I
hasn't
was
been
like,
brushed in 3 days, and I'm like, because I'm trying to beat the clock.
do you ever do any outside of your area, or do you ever think is everything local to you?
Um, I I mean I travel. It just depends. Like the thing is that people don't really want to pay your travel
Travel
fees.
expense, right, right. That's what I was wondering.
Um,
If you ever get to go like to the Bahamas to do
I
a setup,
wish.
would that be
Um,
great?
yeah, like that's a very good like um those kind of options are good for people who are like photographers and things like wedding planners, things like that. But most of those places that you get married at, um, they have like their package includes a bouquet. um, ceremony flowers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine trying to figure out where the hell am I going to pick up that stuff
Oh
if I
yeah.
was in a different country, you know?
My question to you is, what was your hardest event that you had to do?
Um,
And expensive.
wow. I think my hardest one that I struggled with was so baby's breath is like super popular. And I did a 5 foot baby's breath cloud that hung over their head table. Um, I don't like baby's breath. It smells like cat pee. It's awful. It gives
And
me a headache. It's like, but girls think that it's cheap, you know, it's
uh,
really not. It's very labor intensive.
have you ever worked with Jasmine before?
Who?
Jasmine, the the plant.
Oh, um, Jasmine's really hard to get.
I
And
know.
usually they're for like Indian weddings. They
Yeah,
ask for
that's
that a
what.
lot.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like Indian weddings, I do like Indian American weddings, but I have to be really careful because I have a very bad allergy to curry. I
Oh,
can't even smell it. So 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a caterer there who's going to be bringing in their Indian food, and I can't even smell it because I like my throat swelled up,
yeah.
and then my lips swell. Like I literally look like Will Smith from Hitch.
Oh,
So yeah, but it's really it's hard to get that stuff, and it's really expensive. So, but yeah, like I have videos on my page. Um, so if you're not following me, give me a follow.
I just
I'm
followed
trying.
you.
I
I'm trying
follow
to
you.
I'm trying to build my platform, and what I want to do is start doing like demos. I want to, and this might not happen until next year, but offer classes online. So what I would do is, and obviously it would probably end up being silk just so that it'll last, but you'll get like the vase, all your tools, the flowers, and then I'll just, I'm gonna do that for like wreaths and stuff like that. Part of
Nice.
my retirement plan
Right.
because I'm not getting any younger.
I
That's
love that
nice.
idea.
Yeah, so I just joined an agency last week, and they're actually they kind of sought me out. So they're gonna help me or guide me to where I want to be.
I think
Like,
I just saw Robert is either a part of an agency or is actually acting as an agent.
yes, I'm with him.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just happened to see that and I thought, okay, that's wild. And then I
yeah.
thought, I wonder what they collect in fees.
Um, yeah, like his yeah, that's how I got into the agency was with
Okay.
him.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, hopefully it takes off and he can guide you in the right way. And
Yeah, it's just really hard when I have such a crazy schedule. It's hard to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go live for an hour every day. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, I have, I'm managing 100 people. Like, it can be difficult.
well, you could do your whole thing, and it might actually grow your business. You might actually find yourself in a position where you're actually not having to do the weddings yourself. You're actually employing people to do them because you become so popular. I mean, I think that's what the growth of TikTok can do for you is it gets your name out there, people see your work, and then they're like, oh, this lady's an expert, and then people start seeking you out, and then you're,
Right.
next thing you know, you're doing great big huge weddings, and you got a team of 20 working for you, and
Um,
know,
so I
that's the
mean,
magic of TikTok.
the thing is like with what I do, it's such a personal like service that if they want me to be making their flowers, like
Yeah,
having other people like do them, it's weird how they're not they don't like that.
yeah.
So we have like, we have a small team. There's five of us. Not all of us are working all the time. My main assistant is my oldest son. Um, and he's been with me for 2 years now. So he can make almost everything except for corsages, boutonnieres, the really like big, tall centerpieces, and he doesn't make bridal bouquets because that's kind of like my signature thing. So yeah, they want you to be like, I'm like the everything person. They talk to me, I quote them, I babysit them through the process, and it's like it's almost like an expectation. You know what I
Do
mean?
you ever do succulents in yours? Because we did a bunch of
Yes.
succulents in ours.
hmm Um, I tried to use silk for succulents because they like the leaves, like the little things will just fall right off.
The nodules.
And it makes them way too heavy for a bouquet. And that's where I primarily get asked to put them is in a bouquet. So I try to use silk ones because they're they're not as heavy and they're not as hard to I don't like I hate wiring them.
I have a one of my daughter's girlfriends. One of my daughter's girlfriends is off so much that she's been able to and did it part time, but it has taken off so much that she's been able to quit her school teaching job and doing this full time. And I am a huge succulent person. And about, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I started propagating succulents because they're so easy to propagate. And
Yeah.
so she buys my succulents for her, because I live here in Texas and they're really big here in weddings, and she will buy off of me, and she'll literally come out, pick them herself, the ones she wants, and then I get paid for it. But it's a big business in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wish I could buy more from like flowers from local suppliers. The thing is like
they
um
can't handle the quantity.
they can't, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing a wedding, I'm buying things by the case. Like I have some special like platforms that my wholesaler has me on because I'm only in those categories because I do buy so much.
yeah. Amazon sells flowers now, and they actually are pretty good quality. So if you ever get in a pinch for a certain type of flower, you might even check on Amazon.
Yeah. Um, I go to when I'm in a pinch, I have my go-to places as far as like Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
There's another grocery store called Heinen's here, and they have really nice flowers.
really.
Um, yeah. So, thankfully, as far as Trader Joe's go, they haven't stopped me from buying from them. Um, I know in certain parts of the United States, Trader Joe's won't let people like me buy their flowers.
Shoot, you'd think they'd just be
Why?
happy to sell them because they're only good X amount of days.
Because when I tell you on a Thursday morning when I go to Trader Joe's that every florist that I mean, I will see my friends there and they will leave
Really?
with carts full of flowers. The pricing is so different. like we pay almost quadruple our wholesale prices for flowers versus like how you can buy them from Trader Joe's.
My question is, how come Trader Joe's won't let you buy them?
It seems like it's like a conflict of interest for them. So they think we should, go buy from our other platforms.
Wow, that's crazy. What does it matter what you do with their flowers? That's just the point. I mean,
Right. So I go in there and I'll never, like have like my business shirt on or my jacket or anything like that, but they got to know because I go there a lot.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Um,
if I was getting an order done by you, and if I had compliments at my ceremony or whatever it was I was having, and you did the my thing for me, and someone said, "Oh, those are beautiful flowers," I would say, "Hey, got it from Trader Joe's,"
right. Now some Trader Joe's will let you call and order stuff like
Oh.
the beginning of the week to like pick up like Thursday or whatever. And like, but ours don't do that here.
Oh.
I have been to the Flower District in LA, Lori, and I have been to one in San Diego. So my sister got married in San Diego a few years ago, and I did like her bouquet and stuff like that. Um, and we went to a flower market. Like I wish we had that kind of stuff here. We don't, but then most places don't have four different suppliers that you can buy from too, Um,
Gotcha.
like some, I'll see people that will say, on the florist groups and on Facebook, they got to drive an hour and a half to 2 hours to the nearest wholesaler because they're out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, but the pricing is absolutely insane as far as like peonies. Um, I pay $7.75 a stem for those. At Trader Joe's, you can get 12 for like $12. It don't make any sense. All right, ladies, I hope you guys have a great day. Sorry, Megan, for taking over your live.
It's my fault. I'm sorry. I
No, it's
annoyed.
okay.
I enjoyed it.
We were just hanging out, watching the sunrise, drinking coffee anyway, so it was a good
I
time.
enjoyed it. I learned something.
Yeah, thanks for coming up and hanging out and talking to us. Yeah, it was cool.
Probably like Thursday. I'll probably Thursday or Friday. I'll probably go live. Um, I like to do it when nobody else is at the shop with me
Right.
and they're not asking me 50 million questions and being needy.
Do you have a brick and mortar shop that
I
people can
do,
come into? Okay.
but you can't come in there without an appointment.
Okay. So you literally just do weddings only.
Yep.
Okay.
I do a few corporate events every year. Like Thursday, I have a corporate event. They just contacted me last week.
Oh Lord.
Um, and I'm doing their corporate event. It's actually at my wedding venue that I got married at a couple years ago.
Oh, that's gotta be
Aw.
fun. Do y'all?
So,
I don't know where you live, but do you have a bunch of wedding venues around you?
oh my God, we're oversaturated with venues.
Really? And are they? What? Do you mind if I ask what state you're in?
I'm in Ohio. I'm in Cleveland.
So is there are there like I'm just curious because I know here in Texas it's about $10,000 to $12,000 for one night wedding venue. Is
Yeah,
it about the same there?
Yeah, and it just depends on like what kind of vibe you're going with. So like, like there's the industrial, there's the barns. Some places include a lot of stuff in their packages, some don't.
Oh, really? They include
Sometimes,
stuff.
yeah, like sometimes, there's venues that don't even include like tables and chairs. It's just a complete blank slate for like 8 grand. And it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty standard here.
Yeah, that's how it is here too. You could just like rent the venue by itself, or they have places that have everything that's included.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way
It's
you
a
don't have
big
to cater
business.
in and all that stuff.
It's really, I mean, it's become big business, and
Yeah.
you know, 5 or 6 years ago, before COVID, it seemed like there was plenty of money, but now COVID's changed things for so many people. So
This year's been tough. Like the budgets have went down. Prices have went up. Um, I mean, my profit margin is not that great.
How do you feel
Um,
about the quality of the merchandise since COVID took place? I mean, is it better now, worse now?
so the year of COVID, between June and December, I did 32 weddings. Mind you, I booked those weddings like a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out. Like people were losing their mind to get married. The flower budgets were astronomical and the pricing was very low. 21, we went through a white flower shortage.
oh
You couldn't
really?
get white roses, you couldn't get baby's breath, you couldn't get hydrangea, like basic, like everyday flowers you could not get. And then the price is like doubled. The pricing is crazy.
Yeah, the flower prices have just gone crazy. Well,
Yeah,
you
for
get
sure.
yourself some white rose bushes out in your yard.
So we've talked about like growing some of our own stuff. I don't know how it would. Our weather's just so crazy. Like we went from like rainy 50, 60-degree days, and then all of a sudden now we're, 90, 95, 100% humidity.
Well, build you a greenhouse and
Yeah,
pull them. I mean, because obviously y'all have pretty harsh winters. So
right.
I'd be building me a greenhouse and then dragging that stuff in the wintertime and keeping them live.
Yeah, I very well could do that. I could set something up in my basement, for the winter time.
Yeah, I mean, when we lived in California, we had these great big huge orange trees, but they were in those big whiskey barrels, and they just lived out in them, and we didn't have any problem. Well, when we originally moved to Oklahoma, and my dad, I can remember, he was like, "I'm not giving up my orange trees," so we dragged those bad boys halfway across the country, and he kept them bad boys alive for like I don't know 20 years.
Hmm.
Um, and then I now live in Texas and have orange trees and have to bring them in when these every once in a while here it'll freeze here, but not too bad here in Texas. But yeah, I would I'd be like I said, my neighbor, my neighbor, my girlfriend, my daughter's girlfriend. Now that she's in the plant business, she buys a ton of succulents from me. But she'll like if she sees I have flowers running out my ears here, and she'll say, "Hey, can I pick X, Y, and Z?" And she'll just come and clip,
Hmm.
like what she needs. Sometimes it's just for filler of what she doesn't have.
What part of Texas are you in
I'm in
or at?
northern. I'm in
You're north?
like, the northern part of Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll probably take me 6 hours to get there. No,
Yeah.
I'm the south of Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually probably really more middle, but I like to say northern Texas.
Are we talking Houston or Dallas?
In between.
All right, I got you. It take me 2 hours.
Yeah.
We get a lot of our greenery from Texas.
Oh, really?
The stuff that like we hang from ceilings and stuff like that. Like you'll see a lot of those videos on my page.
Okay, you
Um,
gotta do a tutorial on how you hang those because I love the hanging, like the ones that have the hanging, where the flowers are hanging down. But I was
uh-huh.
like, how do they do that? How do they hang it?
So the wedding at the end of the month, we're using these big rattan lamps, and on the chain, it's going to have like it's a greenery called Smilax. It's what we use to like do like ceiling installs, and then I'm going to put fresh light blue hydrangeas in it.
Oh, that'll be beautiful.
So I'll try to like take I have a social media slash admin girl. So I'll make sure that she does like a video on it and stuff. We have like very limited time to set up at this venue. They have a lot of restrictions and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
can't show up
pre-make them.
until 10. You have to be out by midnight.
Yeah. There's this insanity, their rules. I had to get approval to even hang anything there. I had to tell them every single tool, ladder, base, how many candlesticks I was bringing. Like I've never seen such ridiculousness in my life.
Are they letting you actually use actual candles
Yes.
in weddings still? Oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
it's
Didn't
probably
even
like
hear
safety
about that.
precautions, right? Like
Yeah. So, they have to be
It's
contained.
insurance purposes.
insurance
Yeah.
purposes. Right.
So there's
Right.
like, so most barns, like most barns, you can't have real flames in.
Right. They have to be.
Everything has to be LED. Like we have a courthouse venue for the county, and that's a huge hotspot for weddings, and you can't use live flames in there either. So I
Really?
have an astronomical amount of LED candles.
The good thing about that is you can reuse them bad boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like some very expensive high end flowers. I mean, candles.
Candles. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So, um, but then, this weekend we have like, oh my gosh, I've been washing vases and candle holders and stuff like that
Oh,
since yesterday. There's like 152 vases for candles for this one wedding we're doing this weekend.
Holy cow,
Yeah,
150? Oh my god.
because the thing is that it's that she's got four king's tables, and they're 32 feet long each table, and there's four of them. So, and
right.
that's nothing but candles across the whole entire middle of it.
Dang, is she having a
So
king and queen wedding?
she, God, she's got 14 round tables after that. So she's got a lot of people, like she's got 300 people coming.
Wow, that's a big wedding.
So
That's and that's
I
on.
used to bartend for banquet halls, right?
Oh, okay.
So I know exactly what you're talking about with the setups and the candles and the wiping of the mirrors and the bases and filling the vases and all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. It is not fun. And moving those round tables and those 8 tops and setting that up, all those
Yes.
chairs, like it's hard work, y'all. It
Yeah.
really is. It's hard
It's
work.
it's not for the weak. Like
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it's especially like doing weddings and stuff. Like you give up every single weekend.
And not only that,
Um.
but think about it. Like you're dealing with a bride and the family, right? Like
Mhm.
And the
Brides are
mother-in-law.
not very nice sometimes because they want everything to be perfect. So they're very particular on how things are and set up. It's tough working with that industry. It really is.
Oh yeah, it's got to be and it's high stress.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's everyone's looking for perfection. It's their one day.
I mean, I tend to have more problems with my lower budget clients than I do my higher ones.
Right, because they expect a lot more
They
for
expect
a
a
lot
lot
less.
more,
Yeah.
and that was, me being, generous because, I'm a giver and I just think, if I just keep, servicing my community and helping people out and stuff like that, it'll come back to me. But now it's to the point that next year I'm going to change things. I'm going to have a minimum. I want to do less weddings. And
You could do second day. You could do like, hey, if you'll do your wedding on this day, I can bring the flowers from this wedding and put them in your wedding.
yeah,
Get two weddings out of one.
yeah, that doesn't
Yeah, no,
always
that
work out
never
well.
works out. Yeah,
No,
but it sure would be
no,
nice if you could have two
it would be
brides who
nice.
wanted the same thing, and you could, you know. But no, everybody wants their wedding on a Saturday.
Yeah. I did a
So
Hey,
wedding
that gave me
yesterday.
an
I did
idea.
a wedding yesterday.
That gave me an
on
idea
a
of what you talked
Monday,
about with those flowers.
yeah, you don't see a lot of Monday weddings, but I do know that I know if you do a wedding venue on Monday through Thursday, it's usually half price at a venue.
Um, not necessarily. Not nowadays.
Oh,
Um,
really? Oh,
I know. Are
wow.
we talking about like prices on the weekends versus the weekdays?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like here, if you do like like when you sit down with them, they'll say if you do like a Saturday wedding, it's like $12,000.
it's
But if
prime
you'll do
money.
like a Friday wedding, it's $1,000 less. If you'll do a
Yeah,
Monday through Thursday, it's like 5,000.
Yeah, that's how
right.
we are over
So
here. Like Fridays and Sundays are cheaper nights to rent venues out up here too.
But it's
yeah,
still like astronomically
Oh yeah,
priced.
absolutely.
um,
you
so for
might.
here, for off season for Cleveland is like November, December, January, February, March. So they get, discounted prices, but they think that, oh, well, my flowers are going to be cheaper because I'm getting married in December. No, because it's Christmas time and it's a flower holiday. So prices are more. Oh, you're just saying that because I'm doing a wedding. No, I'm not. Our prices are the same. I don't go to my supplier and say, I
Yeah.
need
So
a hundred, I need 1,000 roses and, blah, blah, blah for a
right.
wedding and they're going to give
Flowers
me a
cost the
deal. Like,
same.
no,
Yeah.
it's still going to cost the same. It's still going to
Right.
take the same amount of time and labor. And then I have to contend with the snow because we could have, 10 inches of snow on your wedding day.
Right. Yeah, people don't get that. One of the things you ought to consider, I don't know if they're big there, but like now, like there are certain props that people are now paying for, like that you could like purchase and probably would pay off in like a half a year. Like that whole, like, have you seen the photo booths where people can go in and they set up like a photo booth? It's usually a third party, but I've seen florists doing it as well, and they'll set up this area in the corner somewhere where people can go do like photo booth pictures, and it's
Yeah,
not like a photo booth.
we do the backdrops and stuff for those.
Yeah, but
Um,
like you could actually be the renter of that.
yeah,
Buy what, 'cause they're like 3,000 to buy, and people are paying $1,000 for the rental of that per wedding. And
right,
like so basically in three weddings you could have it paid off, and then the rest is just pure profit.
right.
And it'd be something you could literally throw in since you're already doing the setup for it. That be. I mean, just you got to think of what ways you can
So funny you
increase your
say that.
income.
So my middle son owns um a game truck where he goes around with this like big, huge trailer. It's got like couches in it, and people rent it out, and they play video games in it. Um, the sides come out in the summertime, and people can do like the dance games like on the like outside of the truck. He has photo booths, and that's what he's going to start doing is weddings.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, it's really and they're so fun because
Mm-hmm.
you can like write captions in them, like the ones I've played with. I mean, and I'm like, this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah. So we're going to start making custom items. My husband is a woodworker, and he does welding, and he's a certified carpenter. So he's made a lot of my pieces for me, like my arches, my stands, stuff like that. I think we're gonna do like champagne walls. There's going to be
I don't know
seating
what that
chart,
is. What's a champagne wall?
so it holds all the little glasses for all the champagne glasses.
Oh,
It's like,
wow.
yeah, it's like one of like what we call a statement piece. Signs and stuff like that have really evolved as far as like seating charts and welcome signs. Like they're no longer like a phone, like something printed on a foam board on an easel. Like they're actual like structures. Like they look like mini buffets or shelving units. Like they're custom made. Um, they do like wallpaper in them to like match the colors, and they put like their little seating charts in there by table. Um, so we're gonna do a lot of like, little custom furniture things. Because I've seen some really trashy, bad stuff this year. So
Are you seeing a lot of people renting like these, I don't know, they're like almost look like Victorian seating where brides and grooms sits in to do all their pictures in, and then
yes,
families get
throne
behind them.
chairs, thrones.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
another huge
that's
rental
a
thing that's
yes.
happening.
So but that is very uh like directed towards like certain cultures. They do that.
Oh,
You're
okay.
always going to see that, the furniture and stuff like that at like Indian weddings, um uh Hispanic weddings, quinceañeras, like the birthday parties for like 15, 16 year olds. They're big with those. Um
Oh, yeah,
and
here in Texas, Kinsey's is a big business too.
oh yeah,
Oh
I
yeah, the
follow some.
quinceañeras. Follow some.
Yes, amazing,
And they
amazing.
spend an amazing amount of money for that. And I'm just like, wow. I mean, it's like a wedding into itself.
So the reason why I don't do those is because they're very themey, and you get stuck with a bunch of stuff that you're never going to use again.
Oh, really?
So like, like I'm okay with doing like a winter wonderland, um and stuff like that, but like, some people they want Harry Potter, they want, you know, uh a Disney theme, stuff like that, and there for me, I don't see the value in that. I used to have a bunch of that kind of rental stuff, and it sat for years, and all I was doing was wasting money housing it.
Yeah, you're probably in the wrong part of the country. You come to
So,
Texas, girl, I'm telling you, that's big business.
um, I follow a lot of designers from Texas, so I know how big it is there. I love Texas. So when I went there, I was in the Dallas area, and I've been to El Paso, um, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah,
Like
Texas is a great state.
I could totally see myself living in Dallas. Like, and that was, gosh, that was 20 some years ago that I was in Texas, in Dallas. Um, but I loved it.
Dallas
So,
is just another big city, really.
Yeah.
Dallas and Houston. That's not the taste.
Let me tell you, we love our cultures, and we're Texas strong. Let me tell you.
Yeah, we certainly have been this last week. Did any of y'all see the outreach yesterday that happened here? The amount
Yes.
of people who showed up to look for people, it was incredible. Made me so proud.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did it this weekend. And matter of fact, my office is 20 minutes away from Kerrville.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wow.
So I was in the hospital all night long with my dad. Have they found everybody yet? Or are they still searching?
Still searching.
They're
Still
still
searching.
searching.
I mean, every day that ever since this has happened, when I'm on my matter of fact, I'm on my way to work. You're always seeing something, some type of rescue. You're seeing people going out there loaded up with SUVs and all kinds of stuff. I've seen yesterday when I was going to work, I seen a truck full of guys that had their like hunting dogs.
Yeah, yesterday there were pictures of the line of people who showed up yesterday, and it had to be like 500, 600 people showed up with dogs, and I was like, man, you only see this kind of outreach in Texas.
And see, what we're doing is we're like, just like sending money and ordering stuff and sending it out to the firefighters and to the residents and stuff like that. Because matter of fact, one of my employees lost his home in it.
Oh, you're kidding! That's crazy. Why do I hear myself when I talk?
I am so bad at looking at comments when I'm in a box.
Oh, yeah, I never look at comments.
But like
Oh, your
I
team in
I want to
Idaho.
I want to thank Contessa for her comments, Ashley, and there's one other person. Oh my gosh. It's like scrolling the wheel of fortune. Uh there was one other person. Wow.
Did your
I missed a
employee
lot.
lose the entire house, or was it just flooded?
Oh, Tara. Thank you, Tara.
Did your employee lose his entire house, or was it just flooded? Are y'all hearing me? Megan, you're not making
I hear
noise.
you, honey. I don't think she
Okay.
does. She may be away from her phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
It's so tragic. Can you imagine sending your little girls off to summer camp
I
that
can't
they
even
look forward
imagine.
to all year long for some tragedy like that to happen?
Nope.
Awful. Just awful.
It would be just horrific. It made me think about the fact I've sent mine to camp so many times I can't even think about it.
Hmm.
What I would do.
Well, I was gonna send Stinky to a camp this summer, and I looked into it. I researched it, and all this other good fun stuff. And I talked to her about it, and for some reason, I thought she would really, really love to do this, and she said no, she didn't want to do it. She wouldn't be interested in it. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't send her to camp. You know what I'm saying? My anxiety level would raise so much if she was in camp as all this was happening. I would have to bring her home.
Oh, I bet you there are parents all over picking up their kids from camp right now.
Oh, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would definitely make me go get mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Absolutely.
sent my kids to camp, I don't know, ever since they were probably about 8, those young girls' age. Now, I was away from my phone a lot yesterday. Did I hear they found one of the girls alive from the camp?
I heard they found 2 in a tree.
That is awesome.
They found the one of the girls that you're talking about. It was Sunday. She was floating on a mattress.
Oh,
She was okay.
And she was all right.
Aww.
she's probably scared to death. Oh my
They they,
God.
they also found other casualties and stuff like that. But you got to stop and think and remember when this water hit that it's that's they're just searching above. They haven't dug the ground yet because
Yeah.
some of these cars are under the ground.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I can't even. Oh my God.
I mean, it's horrifying. I mean, when we went out there, it was just. I mean, just like I had to cross the certain paths of it, and just seeing it, like it's horrible.
I floated the New Brunswick. I've done that float before, and the whole Schlitterbahn thing. And I mean, it's a pretty slow moving river, so to see it moving like that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, flood and fire is something you don't want to mess with at all.
Girl, well, I know that.
Yeah. I had a house burned down in 2010. It was horrifying. Never will forget that one.
But here for the dogs, I know you can vouch for this one. But see, what the problem was with that when that storm hit, it settled over that county. That storm when it hit, it didn't move. It stayed right there for a certain amount of hours for that water to build up. And you know how Texas is. We went through so much drought that the ground is so compact from the dryness that it doesn't have time to absorb certain amount of water that comes through, even though the storms that we did have previous before this one.
I did see the letter that they released. I think it was yesterday. I seen the letter that I don't know. I guess the camp wrote to the parents, and I was just
I
like,
didn't know they released a letter. Just
yeah.
what did it say?
It seemed
There's a letter, but I haven't seen it either. I seen it through Facebook, but I didn't read it because it just I can't.
it was uh I don't know. I just didn't see like the sense of like there wasn't any urgency or something, you know? I don't know. It just seemed kind of cold and very impersonal. Like, your kid's life is on the line right now. Like it would be like, you know, get in your car and come get your kid.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or we're going somewhere else, or I don't know. Like it just seems like they just sat there.
Well,
Maybe
I
they didn't
think
know
so
what to
many
do.
people they ignore warnings, because we people get them all the time. I mean, it's like we're oversaturated with be careful of this, be careful of this, so this is happening, silver alerts, all this stuff. I think people just tune out. There's so much background noise. People don't pay attention. And it's sad. So you never know. Okay, is this a real event that's happening that I worry about or not? And it looks like to me that perhaps Come on. Perhaps there were um, too many youngsters in positions of authority. And teenagers could care less about warnings. They think they're, you know, um,
Well, yeah, I mean, aren't the majority of those camps run by like, junior and senior and like
Yeah, the youth run they have youth leaders and stuff like that runs and then there's some adults, but they're young.
yeah, not nearly enough adults to, young adults. I would say graduating high school seniors are not adults enough to. Oh, they don't pay attention to weather. How many times you gotta call your kids and say, "Hey, there's a tornado 5 miles from your house,"
Right.
Mhm.
because they don't care.
But
They don't
too,
pay attention.
you got to remember too, when you're at a camp, you don't have your cell phone. They tell
Well, I was
you
gonna say
they
they
tell
were
you not
very
to bring it.
clear. They were very clear to say that at that particular camp there are no electronics. That
Exactly.
it is an unplugged camp.
You gotta, these people need to stop and think too. When there's this, I mean, everybody's asleep at this time of out when this happened. This happened at midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning when it started
Mm.
progressing. Kids are asleep. Adults are asleep and stuff like that. The residents were asleep. The campers that were there to celebrate 4th of July on the river, you know, people were sleeping, and for it to do what it did, it was already when people were starting to realize what's happening and going out there and start hollering and screaming and stuff. When you're woken from a dead sleep, you don't know what the heck's going on, and the way the world is, you're afraid to open your door.
Right. Right. Instantly.
Well, and who would have? I mean, they got a massive amount of rainfall in a very short amount of time. I just don't think they had any idea it was going to be that much rain.
Exactly, because of the ground foundation.
Oh my gosh, you two are stupid. Come on, come on, come on with your bad stuff. Oh my gosh, you're going to break the door down. I swear, bulldogs are dumb. They're the dumbest animal alive, I believe.
But they love you.
They do, but oh my gosh, are they dense.
What kind of dog do you have?
English bulldogs.
I have a American bully.
Oh, you do?
Aww.
He
I think they're a
is.
little smarter.
No, he's not. He I love him to death, but man, he is probably one of the dumbest dogs I've ever come across. He's goofy. That we should have named him Goofy because he's just goofy,
I
very
have
needy.
I have cattle dogs, as well, and I'm telling you, like when you have two, like because they're extremely intelligent, and then English bulldogs they're so adorable, but they're dumb. It's like you just realize there are varying degrees of intelligence in even animals.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
humans.
no, wait, is it an American bulldog? Isn't that a pit bull?
Um. Is it?
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. He's half American bully and half red bone
Wait,
hound,
half what? Red what?
red bone coon hound.
What? Shut up. So what does he look like?
He don't look like a bully.
Well, I was gonna say because you got one that has a flatter face, and
Yeah,
then
he
the
definitely didn't
opposite,
get.
which has a real long nose and jowls.
He really didn't get that.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
try to. And he's blonde. Come here,
he's
Duke.
blonde. Can he find a coon?
I don't know. I'll tell you what though, we just moved in this house in Thanksgiving weekend, and he has found every single dog toy that those other dogs had here in the yard.
My cattle dogs work our cattle, and they are super smart. I mean, super smart. They know they have a job. They know what it is. They do their job, and they come home. And so, and they take very little training to get them that way. But they are also very inquisitive about everything. So they're can be a little naughty because they're so intelligent. Whereas my English bulldogs, they just chew on everything, including the furniture as of late, which is really starting to torque me off.
Um, this
Our reason I
two,
asked about the coons is our cattle dogs. They will actually they'll go after coyotes. I mean, they'll go after everything. They'll go after raccoons. I mean, they'd make great coon hunters like a Redbone.
mm-hmm.
Every time I hear someone say that, it makes me think of Where the Red Fern Grows.
Yeah.
It was such a good movie. Everybody's still trying to drag you back to the drama. They all want to know about what happened last night. Oh, I have two little Yorkies and a Yapala, and they yap a lot. I had a Maltese about 20 years ago, and a hawk picked it up and flew away with it. So that was the last time I had a small dog living out in the country. I was not aware that could happen. It was a very sad day. But Yorkies are cute. I love Yorkies. But they can be, for such small dogs, they sure are loud. Bringing it back to Queenie. Queenie's got a King Corso. That dog is absolutely gorgeous. Corso. That dog is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely. They're high maintenance. The Yorkies or the King Corso?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just seen gifts. Whoever gifted, I appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm sorry, but I'm driving and I'm not seeing comments.
Oh yeah, I got some too. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, baby, please be careful.
Are you talking to your daughter?
Well, Mama Megan.
I was talking to, yeah.
I am like running through my house trying to find an extension cord. There is a whole storage bin full of extension cords, and I can't find any of them.
Oh, don't you love when that happens? When you need something the most, it's nowhere to be around. But when you don't need anything, here it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Happens to me all the time, girl. I always lose stuff.
I bet you have totes running out your butt of stuff.
I mean, I've been in the basement.
I hope you didn't leave it at the last wedding venue.
No, I mean, it's for the house, so
Oh, it's a house tote. I gotcha.
yeah. I just don't. I don't know. I
My husband has a 40 by 50 shop, and the thing is huge. And he's got everything hanging on the walls, and like I can never find anything I ever need. And he's got everything like in sections. Like this is the painting section, this is the electrical tool section, this is the gas. And I'm always like, where is that thing? I can't find it anywhere. He's like, it's blah blah blah. And I'm like, I never can find what I'm looking for. So Megan, you got to work today, or are you still off?
No, I do have to. I do have to work. I have a like half hour left to hang out with you guys this morning.
Well, I'm sorry that you didn't get your answers yesterday. And now you know what'll happen is it'll play today. Now that you got to work,
I know it will just pop up, and I won't be able to see it because I'm working. Right?
someone will get it. Someone will get it. So
Yeah.
it'll be played on live. Although you may be right, it may not be out there. It may have all been just talk.
Right.
But she sure did sound pretty convincing, I have to admit.
Yeah.
And then are you friendly with her or not? Is it someone you could just call and say, hey, I want some facts on this or not?
I mean, I ain't got no personal fucking issues with her. I know she don't fucking like me
We were
for whatever
looking
fucking reason.
yesterday
Oh yeah, she don't
for
like me because I.
Stephanie's statement regarding her having phone conversation with Shannon's soon-to-be ex. And she had come on live to talk about it, said she had it, but we have not heard the receipts yet, and we would like to hear the receipts. We want to hear that conversation. That is the conversation. So there's been people who've said she played it. There are people who said she didn't play it. We just don't know. But she did make the claim on a live.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. Any kind of proof saying that she did it, that she made the phone call, and or the phone call itself, right?
Although
I support it. Fuck it, you know. Make those phone calls.
I did hear that it was Robbie who streamed that live. So you probably could reach out to Robbie and ask him for the playback.
Oh, I wonder if he's awake yet.
Probably not. He's usually on the moon until about 2 a.m. and then. But I don't know if he was up last night or not, because like I said, I was in the ER with my dad all night long.
He was with me for a little bit. I don't know
he
how
was.
long he was with me. I was on until probably about midnight or so.
Oh, girl, I do not know how you do that and then go to work the next
on
day.
with you, Megan, for about an hour, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was with me for quite some time. So it's called caffeine.
Oh yeah, and lots of it.
Lots of it, girl. Lots of it.
Yeah, well, I promise you in about 10 years that ain't gonna be enough.
Oh, I know it. I know it. I'm finally just now unpacking.
Girl, I'm telling you, I can't. I wished I could have subscribed, but what I did see, I am so happy y'all had such a great time. Y'all really. You need to do that. You need to continue to do that. I know you say you try to do that.
You should have sent me a message. I would have modded you or asked my people because they were sending out subscriptions.
Well, you know, you get, when you're not subscribed, you get 30 seconds and then it cuts you off. And it wasn't the time of life. Had I told you ahead of time, but obviously I want you to, be able to, make as much money as possible. And so, and then it recognizes you as if you come in later and you're still on that same live, it won't even let you send. It immediately says you have to subscribe, so you can't even get a text out. But yeah, I'm so happy you had a great time. It looked like an amazing
that.
time.
And I didn't do it for the money, right?
I just did it for your safety.
Protect my peace on my vacations from all the craziness, and it worked out really well. It really did. I thought it did. I wasn't engaging in the drama, and we weren't being fucking harassed. So
yeah, you focused on what was important, which is your kid.
Yeah, Hmm.
I think that's awesome. Do you do that every year, or do you just do it every couple of years?
Well, that was my first vacation since 22. Um, because from 22 until now, I was lucky and fortunate enough to be able to stay home with my family.
Yeah.
But with that, I had to sacrifice some things, right? Vacations, extra spending, things along that nature. So when I went back to work, just recently this year is it was my first vacation in about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Well worth it.
Yeah. So when I work, my finances are my play money. So if I choose to stay home, then I just choose to not be able to play as much as I like to. So I have
You buy
to.
electric blowers with it.
Yeah.
You'll be getting that electric weed eater before you know it. I'm telling you, you inspired me to buy an electric blower, and I liked it so much I went and got the electric weed eater, which I never thought I would have electric lawn equipment ever.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you
And
liked
they're
it.
so light. I cannot believe how light they are compared to like one with an actual motor.
Yep. Yep. It does kind of get frustrating for me because you have I don't know if yours is like rechargeable battery or
Yeah, mine's a Cobalt.
The first electric one I bought was you had to keep it plugged in. So I'm like blowing the leaves and pulling the cord, and so we finally got he got for Father's Day, I think, the one with the battery, the rechargeable battery in it, and that one I absolutely love.
I think that is awesome. Yeah. My husband's got a bunch of Cobalt, like guys, they have to have all this, all the things. And my husband he does all the things, so he needs all the things, and so he already had the batteries. And literally, I'm standing there, and he's like, "Well, I need some new batteries." Then batteries, rechargeable batteries for 2 batteries and a charger, are $120.
I was just gonna say probably about $100 in a charger. Yeah.
But we just happen to be at Lowe's, and we're redoing our bathroom right now. And they had a deal where if you buy the battery packs, you can get a free one of these other things. And so I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I can get a free blower. So I got one. Well, I got it home, and I because we have an in-ground pool, and so when you mow the yard, grass clippings get up on the sidewalk area. And so I'm like, I'm blowing that. I'm going to use it for just blowing around the pool.
Right.
And then I loved it so much. I was like, because the weed eater, you know how it is. You always go out to use the weed eater. Because I'm the yard person. I love the yard. And
I'm not allowed to use our weed eater. Popular demand don't allow that.
Well, we have a really nice weed eater. But you know how it is. Every season, you got to go fiddle fart with it. Yeah. So I went and bought a weed eater one too, and that weed eater is like half the weight. Even with the battery in it, it's half the weight. Mm-hmm. And of course, I have a huge yard, so it may take me 2 batteries to get through the whole thing. But I love it. I mean, I love it.
The video of Queenie that I was playing last night is on YouTube. It's under Beast Modes, YouTube, and I think the ad is "You're welcome again."
Wait, what?
They were asking about the Queenie video that I was playing last night.
Oh, what was that about?
Oh, that was about her saying how she went down to the court and how the judge filed the paperwork.
Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier. That he filled out the paperwork for her, and you're like, right, yeah.
Yeah. So that was her live explaining her situation with the Florida man. Right?
Was she live last night saying that, that, or was that from earlier?
Yeah, it was from yesterday. It was her live yesterday morning. I played it last night.
You know, the thing about all that is, if you're so scared, like for whatever, your life, your home, you're not going to come on live and poke the bear. So I don't buy for a minute she is intimidated by him. I mean, let's be honest, she is not an intimidated type. So
Really not.
what she's doing is just in retaliation, which maybe she has the right. I don't, like I said, I don't know the specifics, but it's not because she's scared. And so I say, quit poking the bear. He'll get bored with you if you just let it go.
I mean, I think she's doing it because she got her feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Florida Man did something pretty, not okay from my understanding. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. I didn't even see the clip, right? I was just told about what he did to her, right? I think she got her fucking feelings hurt bad. And then I believe 13 and Skittles and Scammy Claus and who else is there? They were all in her ear about getting orders against Florida Man.
Right. You know, when they came on live yesterday, and the whole conversation started out about talking about requiring receipts, and I thought, I don't think they understand that because there is already a known hatred there, that
Right.
anybody that's tied to them, why they're required to show receipts is because they already have a vendetta against him. And so it's hard to know, is this real or is this, Memorex? And so I'm like,
I
you're
think it's bullshit.
required
I
for
mean,
that
I'm sure
reason.
she got a protective order. Oh, go ahead.
I wouldn't say anything.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure she probably got a protection order. But to get a warrant placed on somebody when there's no crime that has been committed, I call your bluff, Queenie. I call your bluff.
Well, unless there's a crime that we don't know about, maybe there is. I don't know. I don't. What was her claim? Did you hear? Or did she say?
Because yeah, so from what I'm being told, not by Queefy, from the people on the internet, because he showed a picture of her house.
The
and
one with the
because
shrubs in the driveway?
yeah, the missing bush, which I just found out the missing bush is a fucking joke last night, and I was like, what is this missing bush thing? Like,
It's a joke. What do you mean it's a joke? No, it's real. I've seen pictures, and she's confirmed it herself.
oh yeah, no. So it's real, right? But they joke about the missing bush.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's nothing to joke about. Plant another bush if you like the bushes there. I mean, let's talk about symmetry is important when you're going to plant bushes in front of the garage.
She said it's a joke and it's real.
So funny.
It's a real thing, but they joke about.
It's not a laughing matter. I'm sorry.
Well,
You need
Bushes
to
are
know
really
the-
cute, bitch. Plant your bush.
well, so the other night, Bougie went live and Florida Man was with her, and then somebody asked him to play the call again, and he said he would just play a little bit of it, and it went a little further than that. But during that, I made a comment about pH balance, and the next day I got drug.
Yeah, if you put your input in, you're gonna
I'm like, oh,
be held
okay.
accountable.
Did you guys see the picture that was made and sent over to me about that situation?
No.
I showed it last night. Here,
Well, like I said, my dad was in the
It's
ER all
quite
night long.
funny. Hold on, let me get past my vacation. All right.
Oh my. Yeah, she.
Funny, isn't it, you guys?
I'm sorry, but like when she's telling people how to wash, and everyone's like, "I did not know that." I'm like, "How do you not know that?" Like, I'm sorry. Are you guys? I mean, to me, y'all should be ashamed to even admit that. Like, if you don't like, no, I don't know what kind of followers you got over there, but y'all keep them over there. They don't know how to wash themselves properly.
Yes, supposedly the warrant is in Alabama. You guys go look it up. Go let me know. Go do what TikTok does. Let me know
But
if
you
there's.
have to have his actual name, and I don't have his actual name. Because it would be by name. I mean, obviously, state's important, but you have to have the name of the first and last name, and
Right.
county for that matter, because it will show up in records by county, state, county, and then first and last name. And she shouldn't really be saying it because, along with his information, her information will also be there. So she's just inviting more people into her drama.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
You're
I
right,
would not
girl.
be. Yeah, I'm like, why are you telling people out there so they can all look up your information?
You're right.
He said
What
it
you
was on
think about
live.
that one, Queefy? Did you, honey?
He said what on live last night, Jesse? His last name, his full name, or her full name? He said tried to call, but they would not tell him. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't make sense to me. He said his
He did.
last name. Yeah. You know, like I don't watch Florida Man that much, so I don't, I don't care to. I'm not like here with my paper and pen writing crap down if he does. I'm not. I could care less.
Ashley, you're right. He says it all the time. Like he announces his name all the time. That's why I said TikTok knows his name. So if you want to know if there's a warrant out, all you gotta do is just look him up, right? Yeah, he said it here last night. I think he even released his phone number last night on live, didn't he? I was like, "Ooh, what are you doing?"
Okay, do you know what county?
Um,
If you're gonna dox, can you give me county? I can look it up.
I don't know the county, to be honest with you. They were talking about it last night, but I don't remember the name of the county. I do know it's somewhere in Alabama, though.
That's where he lives.
No. That's where the warrant was supposedly allegedly issued.
Okay, well let's
Called
just
Madison County. Right here it is in the chat. Madison County.
talk about people who know.
Now TikTok's great. If they're not coming for you, right?
I promise. They can come. Like I said, we're having chicken fried tonight. If you're coming, I don't know whether you're gonna want to put it on your face or if you're gonna eat it, but you're gonna be getting it one way or the other. Okay, let's see what we can find. Alabama,
I'm gonna do it right here, right now. Let's see if it's processed.
Madison County. Okay.
Let's see if it's processed yet, y'all. Jesse says, I listen when people talk.
see. I wonder if it's going to be in the Alabama Administrative Court, Office of Courts, or if it's going to be in the Alabama judicial system. So we're going to try this one first. Oh, Alabama's got an interesting looking one. Okay.
Alabama got what?
They have an interesting court system.
Oh. Blessings every day. I have not talked to her, no. She was live this morning. I do know that. I jumped in there for like 30 seconds when I first woke up. She was just on my FYP. I didn't stay very long because I was just waking up and I wasn't trying to engage myself in all of that. So I didn't talk to her. I just watched for 30 seconds and left. Damn it, I lost the keys? Not me losing something. Ew.
Lord, I ain't paying a fee.
Yeah, it was really early. I think it was probably about 5 o'clock, I think, is when I woke up. I think it was about 5 o'clock when I woke up. She was up early.
Oh, Queen E lives in Alabama. I gotcha. So I don't see it with his full name. It may just be under his first and last middle initial. You sure about the spelling of that?
Are you not finding anything?
Not with his full name, but sometimes they just use middle initial, sometimes they use no middle initial.
Because there's not one.
Well, I found his thing for the. Oh my.
We are doing this for educational purposes only, everybody, right? Like, we all want to know. Everybody wants to know if Queefy's lying or not. Even Florida Man himself. We're doing this for educational purposes only. Why was she talking about Dalton? She's lying according to the website. She's so full of shit, y'all. I don't even care. I call your bluff, Queefy. You just ain't gonna knock on the door of the station and talk to a judge and request a fucking warrant be issued because you got your feelings hurt, girl. That's not how things work in the USA. No, that's not. The law don't give a fuck about your feelings, honey. hi, honeys. Where you been? She's been full of shit. I called it as soon as I heard it. The first day I heard about it, I was like, yeah, right. I think I was having a private conversation. I was like, there's no way. Absolutely not. It's a scare tactic, absolutely. Hi, honeys. Oh, yeah, there you are. Jesus, God. Oh, what are we going to do if you keep on good spirit? Do you guys remember she was gonna press charges on me because I did a hate crime?
What?
Yeah, because I called her not a nice name, and she got her feelings hurt and said she was gonna press charges on me because that's a hate crime.
You gotta be kidding me.
Promise. I'm still waiting for that paperwork. It's been, how long has it been, TikTok?
What was the hate
It's been
crime?
almost 6 months, I think.
Did you do it to her or was it open ended?
No, it was directed towards her.
Oh, wow.
It was directed towards her.
Well, try it again. Apparently, you didn't do it good enough last time.
Yeah, look at even they're saying in the comments 6 or 7 months ago. And I laughed about it when she told me that. I was like, there's absolutely no way. You're not going to put fear into me because I know better. So my statement that I made towards you is true. Just saying. Just saying.
Alabama wants you to pay for everything. That sucks.
Good morning, Toasted. How are you, honeys?
Well, for the general search, which is not as well, they obviously they want you to pay $9.99 to do a real search, and I'm like, I ain't paying no $9.99 because I don't care that much.
Right.
But from the short search that allow, it doesn't anything come up. But Alabama, they're cheap. They don't give out their information for free.
Well, we'll just have to wait for Florida man to I don't know.
Well, I can pretty much tell you they ain't gonna pick him up. I don't know where he lives, but I doubt they're gonna extradite him to Alabama over something silly. And here's the other thing for her is, I'm all about going back and getting your education, making, being better. And she talks about going to school to become, a lawyer, which is great. But girl, I'm telling you, your actions now on the internet are going to follow you. And someone is going to submit your behavior and they're not going to want to pick you up. I mean, they're going to look at you like, yeah, we don't want someone that volatile, someone who can't control their emotions and feelings. She's going to have a hard time finding a place. So I just would say, keep it professional. I get emotions are high, but think about your actions. Everything that's being clocked and it ain't good. I get you're upset, but
Yep, the internet's forever, that's for sure.
yeah. Well, I mean, and there's so much on her. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that will be someone who's got a vendetta against her, who doesn't want her to, better her life, will take that to an employer and they're going to look at that and they're going to say, not here. We don't want that here.
Right. Yep. But all right, guys, I got 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end it. I do have things I got to do in my real life, unfortunately, today. But it is going to be a short day for me. So I'll see everybody later on in a little bit, okay? You guys have a safe, fun day, and keep tabs on me, right? If you hear anything about this clip that Stephanie supposedly has of her calling Shannon's husband Wes, please record it, send it to me, let me know, whatever. I want that information. And then also, if we find an update on Florida Man's supposedly, allegedly warrant from Queenie, okay? Please.
Okay.
Supposedly, allegedly warrant from Queenie, okay? Please.
Okay.